Today's topic is Mycoplasma. It is a genus of bacteria that lack a cell wall around their cell membrane. These characteristics makes them naturally resistant to antibiotics that target cell wall synthesis. They can be parasitic or saprophytic. It is about their structure, classification and antigenic types. They are spherical to filamentous cell with no cell wall. There is a attachment organelle at the tip of the filamentous. They are the smallest self-replicating organism with the smallest genome, a total of about 500 to 1000 genes. They are low in guanine and cytosine. On agar plate, they looked like fried egg-shaped colonies. Many of them require cholesterol, a unique property among prokaryotes. Ureaplasma require urea for their growth, another usual property. Mycoplasma have several antigens such as membrane protein, lipoprotein, glycoprotein and lipoglycans. Some of the membrane proteins undergo spontaneous antigenic variations. Antibodies to surface antigen inhibit growth. Various serological tests have been developed and are useful in classification. Next is about their molecular biology. The Mycoplasma genome is typically prokaryotic, consists of a circular double-stranded DNA molecule. The Mycoplasma and Ureaplasma genomes are the smallest recorded for any self-replicating prokaryote. Therefore, there are very few genes. In some Mycoplasma, the number is estimated at fewer than 500 and 1/6 of the number of genes in E. coli. Mycoplasma accordingly express a small number of cell protein and lack many enzymatic activities and metabolic pathways. Their nutritional requirements are correspondingly complex and they are dependent on a parasitic mode of life. Next, the dependence of Mycoplasma on their host for many nutrients explains the great difficulty of cultivation in the laboratory. The complex media of Mycoplasma culture contains serum, which provides fatty acids and cholesterol for Mycoplasma membrane synthesis. Next, for energy sources, they used embedded Meyerhoff-Parnas glycolytic pathway. All Mycoplasma examined thus far processed as a flavin-terminated respiratory system, which rules out oxidative phosphorylation as a ATP generating mechanism. Breakdown of arginine by the arginine dihydrolase pathway has been proposed as a major source of ATP in non-fermentative mycoplasmas. Next, Mycoplasma genome is characterized by a low guanine plus cytosine content and by a corresponding utilization of codon containing adenine and uracil, particularly in the third position. Most interesting is the use of the universal stop codon as a tryptophan codon, that is UGA, in many mycoplasmas, a rare property found so far only in mycoplasmas and in non-plant mitochondria. Resistance of mycoplasma RNA polymerase to rifampicin to another property distinguishing Mycoplasma forum the conventional eubacteria. However, apart from this resistance to rifampicin, the Mycoplasma are susceptible to antibiotics such as tetracyclines and chloramphenicol that inhibit protein synthesis on prokaryotic ribosomes. About its phylogeny, as the smallest and simplest self-replicating prokaryote, the Mycoplasma has faced many questions. That is, do they represent the primitive bacteria before the development of a peptidoglycan-based wall, or do they represent evolutionary eubacteria form that have lost their bacterial cell wall? The balance of molecular evidence, based largely on comparison of base sequence of the highly conserved ribosomal RNA molecule, particularly of the 16S rRNA type, favors the hypothesis of degenerative evolution. According to Vos and his colleague, the Mycoplasma evolved as a branch of low guanine plus cytosine gram-positive bacteria and are most closely related to Clostridia. However, the marked phenotypic and genotypic among Mycoplasma has led some workers to conclude the Mycoplasma evolved from a variety of world bacteria. Next, these are some species of Mycoplasma which are recovered from humans. Next, it has some effect on cell culture. It can alter morphology, metabolism, membrane composition, signal transduction, growth and viability of culture cell. In addition, this organism can affect DNA, RNA and protein synthesis also. This can reduce the yield of monoclonal antibodies and after screening of monoclonal antibodies. Thus, Mycoplasma's presence can greatly impair the execution of relatable cell culture assay, impair the production of protein and it can prevent generation of experimental results. Next, about the important characteristics. Cell wall is absent and plasma membrane form the outer boundary of the cell. Due to the absence of cell wall, this organism can change their shape, so they are called pleomorphic. Lack of nucleus and other membrane protein organelles. Genetic material is a single duplex which is naked. It has 70S type ribosome. Heterotypic nutrition. Some live as a saprophytes, but the majority are parasites of plants and animal. The parasitic nature is due to the inability of mycoplasmal bacteria to synthesize their growth factor. So this is all about the important characteristics of mycoplasmal bacteria. This mycoplasma infection is mostly seen in children and is responsible for 10 to 40% of community acquired pneumonia. This is a risk factor for delayed radiographic resolution in children also. In some studies, they explored the genotypes of clinical MP stains. They determined the prevalence of mutation and evaluated the correlation between domain B mutation and the clinical characteristics of MPP, especially refractory MPP. Next, it is one of the primary agents involved in the procrine respiratory disease complex, especially in pigs. The pathogen alters the ciliated epithelium of the trachea, bronchi and bronchioles, which damages the mucosal clearance system, modulating the immune system and renders the animal more susceptible to other respiratory infection. Next is about Mycoplasma infection. These are common cells bacteria found widely in association with mucosal membrane of all mammalian species. Simultaneously, colonization with more than one Mycoplasma species is common. This Mycoplasma has also been associated with keratoconjunctivitis or upper respiratory tract disease in cats, reproductive disease and UTI in dogs, lower respiratory tract disease, skin and soft tissue infection in both cat and dogs. Nowadays, several studies has identified an increased prevalence of Mycoplasma in cats with conjunctivitis or upper respiratory tract disease when compared with healthy cats. This Mycoplasma can act as a secondary invader when other pathogenic viruses and bacteria are present or when normal host defenses are impaired by factors such as underlying neoplasia or immunosuppressive drug therapy. Next, these mycoplasma organisms are usually associated with mucosal surfaces residing extracellularly in the respiratory and urogenital tract. They rarely penetrate the submucosa except in the case of immunosuppression or instrumentation, when they may invade the bloodstream or dissemination of the different organs and tissue throughout the body. Although scientists have isolated at least 17 species of Mycoplasma from humans, 4 types of organisms are responsible for most clinical significance infection. They may be come to the attention of clinical practice. These species are Mycoplasma pneumonia, Mycoplasma hominis, Mycoplasma genitalium and Uroplasma species. Now, let's know about Mycoplasma pneumonia. This is a type of lung infection, also called walking pneumonia. It is referred to as typical pneumonia because most people, especially children, will get tracheobronchitis, a fancy name for a chest cold. Next is Mycoplasma genitalium. You will get this infection if you have sex with someone who is infected. Next is about Mycoplasma hominis. These bacteria live in their urinary tract and genitals of about half of all women and fewer men. Next is about Uroplasma species. Most healthy women have these bacteria in their cervix or vagina, and a small number of men also have them in a urethra. Normally, they don't cause any problem, but it can spread during sex. Next, about its symptoms. If you are infected with Mycoplasma, you will get sore throat, cough, fever, fatigue, headache, or it may be pain during sex, bleed from the vagina or after sex, get a discharge, or it may be discharge from the penis. And in case of women, you will face ectopic pregnancy, early delivery, miscarriage. These are the common signs and symptoms. Or it may be hard during pee, belly pain, pain, odor or discharge from the vagina, swelling at the open of the urethra, that is urethral discharge may be seen. So these are all about the symptoms of Mycoplasma. Mycoplasma and Uroplasma species are not a part of normal flora. Some species can spread through sexual contact. It may cause infertility, infant mortality, and it may sometimes link to a cancer. Next is about its pathogenicity. The PI antigen is the primary valence factor of Mycoplasma. PI is the membrane-associated protein that allow addition to epithelial cell. The PI receptor is also expressed on erythrocytes, which can lead to autoantibody agglutination from Mycoplasma infection. These Mycoplasma infections are distributed globally with local prevalence. As reported, this infection rate is increasing annually. However, the specific pathogenic mechanism remain to be fully elucidated. The pathogenesis of this infection is complex as it involves several mechanisms, including adhesion damage, membrane fusion damage, nutrition depletion, invasive damage, toxic damage, immune damage, and inflammatory damage. However, the specific mechanism underlying this effect remain to be elucidated. Next, about the structure of the Mycoplasma adhesion protein. The adhesion protein includes P1 and P30, which act as a adhesion factor associated protein, that is P40, P90, HMW1, HMW3. These components jointly constitute a characteristics of high electron density, that is adhesion protein complex. This complex stabilizes the integrity of the pneumonia, a typical organ structure, by forming a cytoskeleton, anchoring the protein P1 to the cytoskeleton of the adhesive organ, and following the P1 protein accumulating in the adhesion to cell organ to adhere. About membrane fusion damage. The cell membrane of the Mycoplasma are more stable compared with other prokaryotes, and the cytoskeleton protein network like structure function as a cell wall in terms of maintaining cell integrity. Membrane fusion can also cause changes in receptor identifying sites in the cell membrane, which affects the signal delivery between cell and the production of cellular factors. Next is nutrition depletion. Though it is a small genome, so that does not has the function to synthesize amino acid, fatty acid, cofactor or vitamins. So they are dependent on host for their nutrition. This addition provides a condition to induce regional cytotoxic effect and can direct induce damage by addition, auxiliary proteins, capsular and invasive enzymes. Is about their immune damages. The glycoprotein antigen on the cell membrane of Mycoplasma induce humoral immunity, and the antibody responses is functional during the response against this infection. At an early stage of infection, the body resists Mycoplasma settlement by a non-specific defense mechanism by secreting inhibitor, that is alexin and phagocytes. Next, it can affect cellular immunity also. At the time of mycoplasma infection, the CD4 plus T count is decreased. The CD8 plus T count is markedly increased and the ratio is reduced. And these changes are more marked in severely affected patients. Next, inflammatory factors are important during the mycoplasma infection, which can induce inflammatory reaction. In some research, it is seen that the mRNA expression level of tumor necrosis factor alpha, that is TNF alpha, interleukin 1 beta, and interleukin 6 in the lungs were increased, whereas the mRNA expression level of interleukin 2 and its receptor were not increased. Next is about host defenses. IgM followed by IgG and secretory IgA are important in host resistance. The importance of cell-mediated immunity is still unclear. This is why they are problematic. In contaminated cell culture, these bacteria can target your nutrients and further on expose them to undesired metabolites. They influence the level of DNA, RNA and protein synthesis, alter gene expression and impact cell membrane, organelles, cell morphology and antigenicity. Therefore, they can inhibit cell growth, cellular metabolism and may cause cell death. Therefore, an undiscovered mycoplasma contamination fundamentally call into a question the relevance and validity of your result. Next is about mycoplasma in AIDS and immunocompromised patients. The question of whether mycoplasma act as a cofactor in the development of AIDS, which has attracted much attention recently. Several mycoplasma have so far been incriminated. While in vitro studies shows that this mycoplasma may markedly enhance pathogenicity of the HIV, the possibility that mycoplasma can simply represent opportunistic pathogen and found in high frequency in patients with AIDS, which cannot be ruled out. About its prevention and control. Chemoprophylaxis of mycoplasma infection is not recommended and no vaccine is available. Prior natural infection appear to provide the most effective resistance. However, evidence shows that infection require at interval of several years. This observation suggests that immunity to a single natural infection is relatively short term. These mycoplasma are sensitive to tetracycline but resistant to antibiotics that specifically inhibit bacterial cell wall synthesis. Next is about its detection. We can detect it by microbiological culture, DNA staining, biochemical detection of enzymes and many more. For microbiological test, supernatant of suspected culture is transferred to specific medium and subsequently to agar. After 2 weeks of examination, mycoplasma contamination result in fried egg visible colony. This is all about mycoplasma. Thank you for watching this video.